Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Elder Scrolls Lore. I didn't know if I'd be making this video today because after about 4 days, I finally have a voice again. I can start speaking, and even now it's still relatively difficult to speak and have a clear voice because it just keeps fading in and out every now and then. But today we're going to be talking about Fort Amol or Amol. We're going to be taking a wee bit of a break from the Jarls, like the history of the Jarls of each holding. So today we're going to be talking about Amol. Now what is interesting about Amol is that it was actually a settlement that was relatively quite large before it became purely something of a fortified location. It was originally a fortified settlement located in the area where the Darkwater River and the White River meet, and it's located in the hold of Eastmarch in Skyrim. Now, Fort Amol serves as a regional bulwark for Windhelm now, but it was initially the second largest settlement in the region. Now, Amol takes the traditional Nordic stronghold layout, with a large courtyard in the center and the main building on the other side of the entrance. But Fort Amol is more than just a fort. Amol Keep is used by the Thane of Windhelm, or a Thane of Windhelm, who is relatively using this as their home. And outside of the Amol walls are several encampments and minor buildings created by Nordic travelers moving between major cities. These buildings are located on the road between the two rivers. Now, Deldwine's Inn was an inn that was operating out of Fort Amol and was relatively large with all things considered. East of Amol town is an encampment where several groups such as the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild would also operate, and the land itself housed various resources, prompting several settlements to be built around the area, including Darkwater Crossing and the Lost Knife Cave mine shaft. Now, during the interregnum of 582 of the Second Era, Fort Amol was under the control of Thane Harvald, who was a well-respected member of Windhelm and the Ebonhard Pact. Now, Fort Amol became a host of the Great Moot, a meeting between the leaders of the Ebonhard Pact, including Jarun the Skald King. Jarun would end up being poisoned here, and it was only due to the help of the Turnian monks of Mistwatch that he would actually recover from this, and the man who was responsible for this would be assassinated by the Vestige and an agent of the Marak Tong, Naryu Varian. Now, just as a little side note, during the Imperial Simulacrum between 389 and 399, essentially Fort Amol, or in the town of Amol, was an active settlement that was being ruled by Baroness Helena, and it had a rivalry at the time with Verenim Wood, which was a small miner settlement nearby, and it was neighboring several other settlements, including Laintar Dale in the southwest, Windhelm in the east, and Winterhold in the north. Now, what happened to Amol is relatively unknown, because between the Third Era and the Fourth Era, Amol becomes abandoned, and we don't really know why, because in 201 of the Fourth Era, we see the fortress of Amol in a state of disarray and disrepair. It's been occupied by bandits of the region, and it lost a large amount of significance at the time, and it wouldn't be until the Skyrim Civil War where under Ulfric Stormcloak, the Jarl of Windhelm would essentially reclaim the fort in the name of the Stormcloaks and reoccupy the fort as well, and make it another, not really a stronghold, but make it a garrison for the Stormcloak forces in the region. Now, it would be interesting to note what happened to this, because we know from ESO that it did have a prominent role at least in the region, and it was also further backed up in Arena too, that it was still a settlement that was relatively active and played somewhat of an important role. So what happened between the Third and Fourth Era, it should be kind of explored in a way, because it would be interesting to find out what led to such a state of disrepair for the settlement and why its significance started to fade. It would make, we have things like Winterhold where the Great Collapse happened and the entire city would kind of fade from the spotlight there, but it would be interesting to find out if that was one of the reasons why the significance of this settlement fell into disarray. Or, you know, I feel like that would also be reversed, because if Winterhold was destroyed, many people would be leaving, and many of the survivors would at least most likely leave, and this is going to be one of the closest settlements next to Windhelm. And so I'm surprised to see that this is actually in a state of disrepair in the 4th era, and I would very, very much like to find out. That is all we have today. We don't, like I said, we don't really have a reason on why this is exactly abandoned. It just kind of seems to have fallen under the cracks and, you know, not really paid attention to anymore. But I like covering settlements. I started this a little bit earlier in a previous video. I like covering settlements that kind of seem to fade or disappear, and kind of we covered Bleak Rock Village. It's just interesting to note that this was a settlement that was relatively important, and now it's just kind of faded into a military garrison, and it still exists within this world. It just exists in a different way. But regardless of which, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's nice to be back and being able to record. I recorded the entire series, and this will come out. I don't know when this will come out. My internet has been very rough, so I'm aiming to have this come up on Wednesday, but the way things are looking, it might not be up till Thursday morning because my internet has been extremely slow. So I've had this done on Wednesday, but I don't know if this will be up by Wednesday because of how slow my internet has been working. But it should be noted that Jedi Fallen Order is done and edited it all completely. It's just been taking forever to upload each video. I probably had it done I've had it done, at least half the series done and edited and uploading, and I started uploading probably about half the series yesterday, and it didn't finish until earlier today. So I'm uploading this around midday right now on Wednesday. By midday, I mean roughly like 1 or 2 o'clock. I don't know when exactly it'll be up and be uploaded because the internet has been going so slow. So hopefully it's up relatively soon, and hopefully we can get this fixed, and I won't be here for much longer, so I'll be moving back to my original home, like where I was originally during the summer. So that'll change, and I'll have better internet coming around there, and hopefully things will, you know, start settling down again, because things are getting kind of chaotic with finals. And you know, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for hearing my little rant on news and what's been going on with my life lately, because things have been kind of chaotic, and it's been nice to record videos again, because like I said, I was going to initially say, I did the whole Jedi Fallen Order series. There's 3 videos, like 4 or 5 videos that have commentary. The rest, I couldn't talk, I didn't have a voice, and I wanted to play the game, and so I just played the game. So enjoy that whole series without commentary. And I'm sorry there isn't commentary in there, because there are some reactions where I thought, well, that would have been a funny comment, or that would have been a funny comment, or that would have been an interesting note, you know? And it's like, dang, can't do that because I can't speak. And like, I legitimately couldn't speak. I could maybe whisper if I was lucky. It was really awkward having to whisper things to people for a while, but yeah. With that, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.